20-21 through his first 41 games. So now we're gonna do it all over again.
But here's the problem, though. I agree with you. That has been their Waterloo. But when you're sitting there at 20-21, and I think it's something like 15-21 in the SEC, how do you make a case not to do it over again? Now, the one thing I was at the Dallas airport yesterday watching football, about to pop back here, and a guy yelled at me behind the bar, and I said, so he's wearing a Gator hat, okay? I said, so what do you think? He said, we got to get rid of Napier. I said, who do you want? Which is always the most candidate. Then you can talk about this. And I knew what the answer was. He said, Lane, got to grab him. Now, that's great. That was the one last year, but we're about to hear on this E60 in a couple of days that Lane Kiffin is entrenched in Oxford. He didn't take the Auburn job because his daughter Landry just moved there and begged him not to. So now is he going to walk away from what's a really good job and a really great place to go to a place that has won very infrequently in history?
Yeah, because at this point, like, what are you looking at? Do you know? Here we go. Damn it, I didn't want to get this, but here we go. Are you looking at a guy that you know wants to get back into coaching and John Gruden? Like, are you just going, because you're right. Like, what's Lane's motivation to go to a place that keeps dumping their coaches after 3 to 4 years, and a coach that took you to 3 straight New Year's 6 games, an SEC championship, and almost beat Alabama? So you're comfortable at Ole Miss. You can get anybody you want. They have some money, and you're contending for a playoff every year. Do you go get John Gruden? Like a guy that you know wants to get back into coaching? Do you say Alex Golis, South Florida, exciting offense, former Tennessee offensive coordinator? Again, I get it. Billy Napier is still there, but if we're going to have this conversation, let's have it. I mean, what do you do? Because I just don't know that Lane is motivated. Like you said, there's something coming out about it in that story. I don't think he's motivated to look there.
Not right now, but Lane's always a year ago, as I told you, he would have taken it, but it's a year later. You don't know. I think all of us like Billy Napier, but I think it's hard to make a strong case if you're Scott Strickland. Why do you keep him? Because at least Saturday night there wasn't about 10 things Billy Napier did wrong that you can point to. That's usually the case after a Billy Napier loss. So I mean, it was a clean loss if there's such a thing, but it was still the second loss of the season, and the schedule is just suffocating him.
I feel bad. I mean, I feel bad for him. I like, knowing what I know about the Florida job in and out, as well as you do. I feel bad because it's like you were given the keys to a power job in the SEC, and I don't know that it's going to work. And here's what I'd say about this. If and when jobs come open, like I think the Virginia Tech job is going to come open sooner than later, with them just getting boat raced by Old Dominion yesterday, which, by the way, Paul, we can play this game for a second. If and when that job does come open, and I like Brent Pry, he's a good defensive mind. Can we just go ahead and just pencil Jimbo Fisher in at Virginia Tech? I mean, that's match made in heaven. Jimbo Fisher at Virginia Tech. Again, I hate placing people in jobs that are still taken, but anyway, my point being, go ahead.
Well, Price, and Brent's gone. I mean, that's not going to be a factor. What's the famous saying? Almost heaven, Virginia Tech. No, that's West Virginia, but it's close enough.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast, watch